I built my business in an era of very low interest rates, Michael, as you have as well, right? Mm-hmm. Post GFC is when I really started to take off. And so I kind of thought we were in a new era of we're going to always have low interest rates. And I had older investors who were like, I would never take 80% LTV loans. I would never take 75% LTV loans. I don't do any more than 50. And you got to have a year's worth of reserves for all your properties. And I was like, why would I do that when I can borrow at 3 or 4%, maximize, put 10 to 20% down and have 5 times that in property value and maximize my cash flow. And while that worked really well for me because cash flow was my goal, I realized that in times of unexpected disaster, right? COVID, for example, if we did not have cash reserves, and thankfully I learned enough that I had 3 months of cash reserves for every property that I owned by the point of COVID, about a year of reserves for expenses for my personal stuff. But if I didn't have at least that, I would not have weathered COVID for my hundreds of investors on hundreds of units to be able to weather that when my tenants were told they didn't have to pay and when they couldn't pay and they didn't go back to work.